Hello everybody, I'm LJ. I work with Slug-A-Bug. I'm the wildlife pest control technician that helps homeowners deal specifically with animals inside their home. Rats and bats, raccoons, and everything else in between. So I want to walk you around and show you what I look for whenever I come to a home and find out where's the problem and how we can go about to fix it. I'd say probably one of the biggest things that you're going to want to look for, especially on homes that are slate, barrel tile, any type of stone like this, is right up in that corner. It's what we call a roof return. A roof return is where the soffit and the shingle tiles meet. And right in that gap can be major imperfections that rats can exploit or other animals to get into your attic and make a home in there. And those are the areas in which we specifically target on homes like this. Other things that you want to consider are any type of pipes that lead up into the soffit area, because that also leads into the attic. Thankfully though, in this particular case, the cutting that was originally done is pretty tight up against the pipe, but it's still something that we look at and address because rodents only need about the diameter of a dime in order to make their way in. And so we're going to take a look at that. We're going to fix that problem. But let's look and see what else we got. Trees like this that grow up into the soffit is a big no-no because this is just nothing more than a fancy ladder system that rodents can climb up, stand on, and then chew into through the soffit and get into the home. So basic maintenance, trimming back trees, making sure that you have about 1 foot to 2 feet clearance from the soffit to the tallest point of the bush or tree is ideal. Anything overgrowing the roof, I'm less interested in. I'm mainly interested in things growing underneath. More of the same issue with this tree. Basic maintenance will take care of that. Now, some of the nicer homes and homes in general in the back patio, which is where you want to relax and enjoy time at the pool, unfortunately can also be a harbage point for rodents. And one major point that we like to look at are grills, because grills is where you cook your food. Where you cook your food, the grease that falls through the grill and settles at the bottom in the grease trap is prime pickings for rodents. So we look inside for any droppings. Thankfully for this grill, that's not a problem, but it's something that you might want to look out for your home grill. Best course of action, just clean it out. I know it's a little bit of a headache, but it goes miles in helping you with a rodent problem. Sanitation is the key to keeping rodents away. We also like looking into these spaces because, again, it's just another point where they can get in. How can they get in, you say? Well, there can be imperfections along the wall in the back, slight gaps where pipes are leading into. It's just the way that it's constructed. If everything is tight, more than likely you're not going to have a problem. You also want to make sure that the seals that are around these doors are very tight. Tight enough to be able to still use, but not allow anything to get in. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that not all droppings are rodent droppings. There's one right here, and most people will look at that and say, oh no, I got a rodent problem. But this is actually lizard, which there are a lot of here in Florida. And the best way to see that it's lizard versus rodent is that white little speck that's attached to it. That's uric acid, and that's the way that you can clearly identify lizard droppings from rodent droppings. All right, we're in Florida and a lot of homes have pools, and that comes with pool equipment. In a setup like this, I've already inspected this. This is a really good setup because they're mainly rodent proof, but there's a lot of them that aren't that way. And rodents are attracted to warmth and heat, especially during the cooler parts of the year. So machines that are going to be running for most of the day are going to generate that heat. Rodents are going to be attracted to these areas specifically. Now, although there's nothing that we can do as far as maintenance on these machines themselves, we can help put bait stations around these to help mitigate and keep them from, hopefully, not damaging your stuff. There are various things on the roof that I can't really get into right now, but We take care of every vent, every pipe stack, any potential opening that could be exploited by a rodent or another larger animal. We take care of, and we take care of on the spot for once and for all. Because the last thing you want is for uninvited guests that aren't paying rent. So that's going to do it for me. I got to get to work and help these guys out so that they don't have a rodent problem anymore. If you ever have any questions though, call us. We'll be happy to come out, do a free inspection, and help you solve your rodent and wildlife needs.